Hey guys, what's going on? I am now 3 days post-op from my ACDF C5 to C7 surgery. Um, Doing generally well from the surgery. Yeah, everything that I worried about didn't happen, so I am happy about that. I'll just give you my experience about what happened. So yeah, I had to be at the hospital at 6:15 a.m. Obviously, nervous wreck when I got there. Um, I had, and then they got me into the prep room and everything like that, and they had me wipe myself down with all this stuff to make sure I don't get any infection or anything like that. So that's the first thing they had me do, change into a gown and everything like that. Then met with some of the nurses that never saw again. Um, and then they made me take some. I forgot what they made me take a few pills. I think one was for the swelling of the throat, so this way your throat didn't swell, so this way you don't have any problems. I was happy that they had me take that first. Um, they had me take 4 pills. Another one was a Tylenol. Another one was gabapentin, which was a nerve medication. And I forgot. I think the other one was an oxycodone or something like that. But 2 pain medication, 1 nerve medication, and 1 thing for the swelling of the throat to make sure that the throat didn't swell. Because I asked them, I got nervous about that because my fear was I wouldn't be able to eat, talk, or do anything like that. Nothing. As you can see, I'm talking. I'm actually eating whatever the heck I want. I've been sticking mainly with soft foods, but I've been eating whatever the heck I want. And it's been really good. No real big swallowing problems. Maybe the first night after surgery was that met with a surgeon. He came in. He goes, "How you feeling? Well, how you feeling?" And blah blah blah. And I was like nervous because I don't know what to expect and this and that. That's okay. It's only natural. He goes, "I'm not nervous, just so you know." So I was happy about that. Then I met with the anesthesiologist, and then he came back in. I asked him a bunch of questions. I did ask him about if you see anything at other levels, could you address it, please? And he basically said, nope, we're only doing what we're going to be doing, and that's it. He goes, as simple as that. And I go, okay, I'm like, fair enough. So we went in there. So anesthesiologist came in, and she put things in me a little bit, and we started wheeling me to the operating room. And I also actually didn't wheel me to the operating room right away. Met with the neuromonitoring guy too. He says, we just make sure your nerves are okay and everything's okay. So at that point, the anesthesiologist came back, connected everything up into me, and started wheeling me into the operating room. Then I remember her saying to me, are you feeling anything yet? Are you feeling tired? You feel like you want to go to sleep? I go, no, not yet. And I got into the operating room. I remember seeing the big light. I remember seeing the doctor, the surgeon, the neuromonitoring guy, a couple of other people that were in there, the anesthesiologist. And next thing I knew, I woke up, and that was it. And then when I woke up, I actually, first thing I did was I actually got up. Like I actually wanted to get up and walk around, because I actually kind of just boom, that was it. Like I just kind of sat up. Kind of interesting. And then the surgeon came in about 30 seconds after that, and then he just came back and he goes, yeah, it was bad. He goes, but I took care of everything and everything that was there, and you're all set to go now. And that was it. And then he goes, now you're off to recovery. Shook his hand, thanked him. So that was good. And then, and then after that, spent the day, because the surgery was at 8:15 a.m., spent a day and a night in the hospital. Ugh. I'm sorry. I hate to even say about, spending a day and a night in a hospital, but that was the worst experience, I think, out of everything. Not because the hospital was terrible. The hospital was actually really nice and very nice. I had my own room and everything. It's just I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. First of all, I had to be sleeping on my back. I was in different positions. I can't do that. That's my big thing. I don't know how to do that. So I was trying to get into these different positions on my back and whatnot. I had a neck brace on. As you see, I don't have a neck brace on. When the surgeon came in, there was one neck brace. He goes, okay, so we ordered you a neck brace. He goes, but normally I don't order the neck, I don't order anyone a neck brace. I don't order any of my patients with neck braces. I usually just send them along the way without one. I guess to me, what that tells me is the surgeon's work is so good that he's confident that the neck brace isn't needed. A lot of neurosurgeons, what they start thinking is, if you have a neck brace on, you're going to restrict your muscle movements, and that's it. Then you're not moving around. So that's my theory with that. I asked him how long I could go, without, after going back to work. Would it be 2 weeks or so? Can I return to work in front of a computer? He says, He says yes, but do it like an hour or two at a time, and take like an hour or so break, and then another hour or two at a time, and so on and so on. I asked him a bunch of more questions, but you know, there were typical questions I was starting to worry about. Yeah, the this hospital stay, I will tell you more about that as well. Uh, wasn't the friendliest hospital stay for me. I constantly had to go to the bathroom because they were piping me with the IV fluids. I refused all pain medications and had been on zero pain medications as of today, 3 days post-op. I'm hoping it stays that way, but this neurosurgeon did tell me right off the bat, he goes, you're not going to need any pain medications afterwards. And so far, he's been spot on. Um, yeah, that's the one part that I am very happy about right there. I've taken a couple walks outside with my family. My stepmom and my dad so far have been here to help me out. Um, they're not here in this video. I'm kind of leaving them alone, and they're doing their own thing right now. Yeah, so they've taken a couple walks with me, which has been very beneficial for me, which has been nice. But the hospital stay, let me go back to that. Yeah, because of IV fluids that are constantly going through me, not pain medication, but like the vitamins and the saline and stuff like that. I was constantly having to go to the bathroom like every 2 hours. Then there was a nurse checking up on you in every 2 hours, and there was another one coming by every 3 hours to check on all your vitals, temperature wise, and this and that and that. It was yeah, it was pretty insane. When I got to the recovery room, the first thing I did was I took a video of myself singing, uh, singing the Alabama song by the Doors. I sent that video to my friends and posted it on Facebook. I'm not going to post it on here, but this way everyone knew that I was okay. I could talk, I could sing, and everything like that. I was so happy that that was okay. That I was able to eat whatever I wanted. My first meal was macaroni and cheese. Um, that was my lunch meal. It was like maybe about what 12:30, 1 o'clock or so. I got back to my room, it was about 11:30, and one of the first things I did when the surgeon came, I go, "Can I get up and walk around now, please?" And he said, "No, you're gonna." He goes, as much as you probably want to. He goes, "I'd wait till you get to your room." As you see, the bandages coming off here a little bit, but anyway. I thought that was kind of interesting too. That I went in about maybe right before I had the lunch. Uh, uh, Physical therapy came around, made sure I can get up, walk around because I wanted to. I said I really want to get up and walk around because I want to make sure I'm able to get up and walk around and do all this stuff. And they had me do that. They had me get into an imaginary car. They had me get into go up and down stairs. They had me walk around the halls. Yeah, and I was okay. I was okay with that. They said if you need to walk around, please call the nurse. So I did that whenever I wanted to walk around. Called the nurse more when I had to go to the bathroom because that was just the worst experience. Constantly having to go to the bathroom so much. Um, and that was just to urinate. I mean, that wasn't even for anything else. Um, and that was, and I constantly was drinking ice water because I wanted to reduce the swelling as much as humanly possible. Right out of the operating room. So ice water was the first thing I requested. Ice water. So recommend that as well for anyone that wants that. Um, Other than that, I mean, that went okay. Had no sleep that entire night. Wanted to get released early that next morning. Next morning, didn't meet with the surgeon, but met with the physician's assistant that was assisting him during the operation. She did say that it was worse than what he was expecting when he went in there. He went in there and basically, yes, he saw the spinal cord was being compressed. He saw the herniated and bulged disc, but he also saw that my nerves were all squished, all squished. He said he goes that what he wasn't expecting, but he's confident that he took care of all of it, and I won't have that problem now. And that was it. I got released. They sent me home with oxycodone and Flexerol and Narcan in case I overdose. Taking nothing. The ride home was a little crappy, to be honest with you. I was very weak. Weak because I had no sleep. Weak because I'm fighting off the surgery. Weak because while they did take care of the 2 levels, there's still stuff up here that's still going on, and I think that's causing me even more problems. So restrictions: I can't lift more than 5 pounds right now. I'm not supposed to lift my hands above my head. I can, as you see, I haven't shaved. They didn't want me to shave really. They said, if you do shave, get an electric razor. Don't, tilt your head up or anything like that. Can't bend, twist, or anything like that right now. Not until at least, a few weeks post-op, then they start making it a little bit better. Um, but overall, the experience was okay. Again, 3 days post-op at this point. I don't know if you really want to consider 3 or 2 days. I'll consider 3 days because to me, the operation occurred on Friday. But even though they say, oh, your first day post-op is the day after you leave the hospital, to me, my first day post-op was the day after the surgery. But I was still in the hospital, even though I probably could have been released that same night. Um, I just remember it's like 5 o'clock in the morning, and then the nurse comes in and she was like, "Oh, you haven't slept all night." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, it doesn't help that everyone keeps coming around and stuff like that." And she goes, "Oh yeah, sleep. What's that over here?" So they knew right away. So yeah, I'm happy I had this surgery. Clearly, there was a bigger issue than what they expected, and I knew there was that. I don't hear the crunching in the neck anymore, at least over there. So the lot less crunching in the neck all around. One thing I can say is my last walk that I took, I can assure you that my leg strength hasn't returned completely, but it's a lot better than what it was because I had cervical myelopathy, so I was getting arm and leg problems, losing a lot of strength in that. And I remember when I was walking, I was losing the strength when I was walking, and I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, I just felt like I couldn't walk. My last walk though that I took, I felt almost like my old self again after walking. Not completely there, but almost like that. And I'm sure over time it's all going to regain back. Um, everything went okay. One thing I am kind of worried about is I wouldn't be surprised if I have to have another surgery for what's going on here because I think that's going to end up happening. I'm going to bring it up to him at one of my post-op visits. Maybe not this first one. I think they're just going to see how I'm healing, but maybe the one after that. They did take an x-ray at the hospital to make sure everything was seated properly. So, I got titanium plate and screws and everything in my neck. Wouldn't even know it. Wouldn't even know. I thought maybe I'd feel it at this point or anything like that. Nope, don't feel anything whatsoever. Uh, if you want to know range of motion, take a little slow. About there right now. I don't want to push it, but it's not bad. That's pretty good. And then if I push it this end, this one's a little bit tighter going this way. I'm taking it slower though. I want to make sure I'm not going crazy at this point. But yeah, I mean, I could turn my neck, and it's not a fast turn. I could probably turn it faster if I wanted to, but I don't want to push it just yet until I know I'm better. Again, I don't have to wear the neck brace unless it's for comfort. Typically, I would wear it in the car. I've been wearing it at home from time to time these past few days, but overall, they don't care if I wear the neck brace. That's cool, I think, at least. Um, so yeah, there you have it. I mean, my first ever major surgery was a major one with the neck, and you never know. I'm so thankful that I found the neurosurgeon, first of all. So thankful at this point that I've been able to get through this. I've been experiencing pretty much zero post-op symptoms at this point right now. Now I know, there's still many days and many weeks to go and many months to go after this, but they asked me, that tingling in the hands or arms or anything like that. No, not really. I would say not too much. If anything, just maybe a little bit on this hand, but nothing crazy. Nothing like nothing that was shooting down my arms or anything like that. I definitely have my shoulders are sore. It feels like the day after I played an ice hockey game. My shoulders are definitely sore at this point. My back's sore because of the fact that I can't sleep on my side or my stomach right now. I have to sleep on my back or propped up. I'm not sleeping on my back, I'm sleeping propped up, so I do have a recliner that I sleep in. So sleeping either propped up in the recliner, which wasn't that bad, or propped up in the bed, which is kind of a little worse, but at least I'm able to sleep. So I'm happy I'm able to sleep. So yeah, there you have it. 3 days post-op, doing great. As you can see, everything's not bad. And I guess I'll follow up with you guys maybe after my 10-day post-op just to see how I'm doing and what's happening. Change a bandage a few times already. Because they said the next 5 days change it, then let it air out after that. So let's see what happens. Haven't noticed any kind of redness, no swelling going on there, nothing's happening. So I'm happy that everything's still working out okay. Just have to keep my eye on things and make sure I don't go too crazy. I mean, other than that, just been tired, just been a little bit bored too. boredom is kind of where it's at. My stepmom's here. My dad and my stepmom are here. They like to watch TV. They like to watch news and politics a lot, and every once in a while that bores me. So that's kind of what's boring me a little bit. Finally, got on, played some video games with friends last night and today. So that kind of kept my mind occupied a little bit more. The only thing is this, is maybe it's not pain when I'm breathing more. I guess maybe there's a little, not pain, but it's just a little tight when I'm breathing. I think that's just going to subside over a couple of days. Yeah, I'm just trying to breathe right now. That's about the only thing, just a little tightness when I'm breathing, but nothing crazy, nothing that's driving me wild, that's making me go, oh my God, I can't breathe, I can't do this or that or that. Yeah, so there you have it. So for anyone that's scared about going through this surgery, I will say, don't be too scared. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different experience. My experience is better than what I thought. I was psyching myself out a lot, but in the same sense, when I got in there, I put it in my mind, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be fine. I'll be fine from the surgery, so there you have it. So anyway, 2 thumbs up so far. I'll follow up with you guys just to see where I'm at a few days post-op and then maybe a few months post-op. And I hope everyone's well. And I'm on my road to recovery, healing, and fusion. I start my bone growth stimulator on Friday. So that's what's going to start my fusion, and that's going to be quite interesting too. So yeah, so 2 thumbs up. Things are doing good. Hope everyone's well. If you have any comments, leave a comment question in the comments section or reach out to me, whatever you want to do. And I will hopefully see you guys soon with even better news. Until then, goodbye everyone, and see you next time.